again. I'm glad it's doing good. I'm excited about coming on Friday.
With the our chief, chief mayor.
Is she gonna come
Weather,
in?
no, it's another weather. He's here.
Congratulations, 50 years.
Country show, and he'll be speaking about seeking council support for efforts to get a prayer and Bible study program on the state ballot. Mr. Voorhees, welcome.
Thank you. Paul Voorhees, number 2 Stone Show Court. When I left there this afternoon, that's in Columbus, Georgia. In November we started a radio program, and we had no idea where it was going. It wasn't long after that, Josh McCombs, Senator McCombs, gave me an American Patriots Bible that he bought in Atlanta. And tonight I've given each one of you one. If you didn't get one, it's because we've already given you one. But this set us on fire. It gives us all the proof we need that we are a Christian nation. There's information in there about 2 different Supreme Court justices, one in the 1700s, one in the 1800s, that said that we are a Christian nation. So what we're asking for you to do is just for your support in assisting us on getting it on the ballot. So we'd love it on the state ballot, but even if, whatever, some kind of ballot that people in Muscogee County can vote whether they want prayer and Bible study in our schools. There is no law that says we cannot. There's some rulings that says it's unconstitutional. But when that was done, it was an all-white justice. Now that we have some color, that'll never pass. I promise you. In my unscientific poll, 80% of the whites say they want prayer and Bible study in our schools. People of color, not one have I had said that they did not. Isn't that something? You see, people of color have had to turn to Jesus Christ because they were oppressed. Now that we have people in the justices in the Supreme Court, let's hear what they have to say about Jesus Christ. We're not asking for religion. We're asking for Bible to be studied and prayer to be allowed. It's done. They're doing this similar to this in Florida. But right now, we help teach the Bible in 12 prisons. Every one of those wardens have told us how much safer the prison is. They can even study for the ministry of Jesus Christ, or the gospel, in those prisons. And what has happened is, since 1962, our jails and our prisons are safer than our schools. We can prove it. You can't keep the beast out of the schools anymore. They're there. We have allowed the beast to rent space in our minds. And it's all because of secular Christians and a few secular bigots. I challenge you to read this Bible and let it do for you what it's done for Dr. Joe Coley and I. We have a movement that we feel wants this to happen. There's 50,000 Bible thumpers in our valley. We're asking in our show for people to not vote for anyone else ever again that doesn't brag on Israel and brag on Jesus Christ. We feel that when you read this Bible, you will see where all these framers of our Constitution, people that settled this country, believed that we were a Christian nation. I've been to the war zone 3 times since '03. It's amazing how many people thought they were fighting for a Christian country. Isn't that something? I want Dr. Coley to come and read something from you from this Bible, just a few things. And like I say, we're not asking you to legislate anything, we're just asking you for your support and helping us get the necessary tools to get it on the ballot.
Thank you. Thank you all for having us here today. Just a couple quick things. I love Columbus, Georgia. I love our public transportation. I love our law enforcement officers. They're all good. I want real quick everybody to look behind me, and you'll see something. You'll see something. I'm 50 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a Columbus born and bred here, and I'm proud. These are people that are representatives behind me that are white, are black, are young, are old, are Asian, are from South Columbus, North Columbus, East Columbus, downtown, that are here today. And what we're asking today is we're asking you, we know you can't pass an ordinance or something to that effect, we're just asking you to support our efforts. We put in here, I want you to see, because I know what people will say. People say, you can't do that in the United States, you can't do the Supreme Court. Well, if you look and see, Florida just did that. The governor of Florida, I put the resolution in there, the governor of Florida in March signed a bill making it law that allows, this is what we're going to try to do to get the counties, the local school districts, and we're going to go before them, the school district also. Chad Paul's already been before the Georgia Senate, we're going to go before the Georgia House, we've already talked to the governor, to allow the local school districts, the local counties to vote, to decide on their own if they'd like to have prayer. All prayer, not just Christian prayer, all prayer. Have the right to pray. If you're a Christian, if you're a Jew, if you're Muslim, whatever you are, that we support that. And I just want to, this was very quick, but you know, we hear so much about the Constitution, and we hear so much about how the separation of church and state, and how that does. So I'm going to read something very quickly. This is a quote, this is the Bible. It cannot be emphasized too clearly and too often that this nation was founded not by religionists, but by Christians, not on religion, but on the gospel of Jesus Christ. You know who said that? Patrick Henry said that. Right after he said, give me liberty, give me tattoos on the same. Now, how about this one? Providence has given our people the choice of their rulers. It is their duty, as well as their privilege and interest of our Christian nation, to select and prefer Christians for their rulers. That was the first Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court, John Jay, said that. And I'm going to read you one more. Joseph Story, who in 1845, he was the youngest Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court, said, and I quote, "One of the beautiful boasts of our municipal jurisprudence system is that Christianity is a part of our common law. There has never been a period in which common law did not recognize Christianity as its laying of its foundation. The law pronounces illegal every contract offensive to Christianity's morals. It recognizes with profound humility Christianity's holidays and festivals and obeys them, even to the point of suspending government functions on those days. It still attaches to persons believing in Christianity's divine authority the highest degrees of competency as witnesses." So what we're asking today is we're asking you just to give us we have a resolution there that we have your support. We have your for our efforts to let Americans decide through their own vote. Let our counties decide, and we'll go from there. And I want to thank y'all for having us here, and for Chaplain Paul. I hope you'll tune in to 96.1 FM, the Rangers Country Show, 6 to 9 a.m. every morning. Because we've had over 400 people on that show. Many of you have been on that show, and we love you.
We brag on Jesus and our country. We do really about the government, but with humor.
You like to say something?
Okay. I guess that's it.
Well, thank you all so very much for coming, and thank you for these wonderful American Patriot Bibles. I got mine, I guess, 2 weeks ago? Mm-hmm. And I'm updating that speech I gave Mr. Voorhees to include some good quotes. So thank you very much. And one more time, it's 6 to 9 a.m. 6 to 9 a.m.
We have to get up before.
I know you do. And what station is that?
96.1.
96.
We're streaming on the internet. RJGACS.org.
Wonderful.
That's the Ranger Joe's Guide Country
Well,
Show.
we've got this information. I did not get the article about Florida, but Councilor Woodson has it. We're going to take all this information and take it under advisement. And I know we've got a couple of councilors.
Do a quick comment.
Okay, all right, Councilor Barnes.
Look, I would invite, I think some of the councilors have already been on, Mike's been on. I invite some of the councilors. You talk about having a lot of good fun on a radio show. And you're going to take some ribbon, but he means it all in love. Yeah, and it's a whole bunch of fun. So I advise you to go. Definitely tune in. It's a fantastic show. Keeps you grounded. And and it's just fun being there. No pressure, real relaxed atmosphere, the best radio show I've been on.
General Brown was on a few weeks ago, and he said, I could do this all day, it's so much fun, but we want people to hear what's going on that's good in our city. You know, and what you heard from the NAACP is exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about not just eternal souls, but we're talking about lives. The beast is allowed to bring guns into our neighborhoods, and I believe that if in school, it does start at home, I'm not saying that, but in school, they need to have the option to study the other side of what a lot of schools are teaching today. And in that Bible, it teaches the importance of a mother and a father in the home. Mm-hmm. Now, the mother is to keep the home from being dismantled. If you don't believe that, go home tonight and try to move the furniture around. Now,
Mr. Voorhees, I hate to do this, but just to keep it even Steven with all these other folks we got it, okay.
The father is to keep the house safe, keep the beast out. And how many times this year have we heard the boyfriend killed the baby, or the boyfriend molested the children? Thank you very much. God bless you.
Church is in the house?
Very much. Thank you all very much. It's great to see such a big crowd.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
Shalom.
Yes, shalom.
Shalom.
For our efforts, we're going to bring a proposal to the state of Georgia to put it on the ballot to allow local school districts to vote to allow school prayer and to study the Bible in our schools. This is not there is precedent. Florida, the state of Florida in March just passed the law. The governor signed it into law. That's Senate Bill 98 that allows local school boards to vote and allow school prayer and activities by students during school hours. And that's what we're here today. We're here to seek support people, our citizens, and our leaders for our efforts to do the same thing here in Georgia. Let the voters decide so we can well, you know, anything more doing is not easy. But we have faith. We're not asking something new. We're asking to go back to something that we had for a long time. That did a lot of good. You know, you go into a prison today and preach the gospel, but you can't go to school. Something's wrong.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Once you get there, I'll get you one. I got another friend here. She's going to be coming out. She's from India. She's from Come here. Oh, we've actually been on this. He wants to see you.
This went well, do you think?
Very well. Yeah.